Okay, in this series, we will be looking at the graphing part of the calculator. Do know that the questions we will be following can be found in the description below, so just look for the link and it will take you to this PDF document. So we'll just go through these tasks together. I'll put it on the side for now. Okay, so you will not see that anymore, but we'll just work on here. So the graphing part of the calculator, I'm referring to this at graphs, so we'll mainly be here. So task one, just the basics. We'll begin by graphing a straight line, say 2x plus 1. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is if you go to menu, you can go to view, and we can show, or we can go to the grid, and we can show a lined grid. Okay, so if you like, we can see that, which may help out. Now to find the y-intercept, we can see that it's 1, okay, but maybe it was 0.9 or something like that. But what we can do is go to menu, go to trace, graph trace, okay, and simply move left or right on your calculator, okay, and you'll see in the bottom right the points are changing. Okay, so that's one way that you can see different points, okay, and the y-intercept is right there when you let x equal 0. Okay, so what can we do is, since we're in trace, you can actually just like type a number or just press this button 0, and you can see it says x equals 0. Hit enter and it takes you to there. Okay, so that's one way of finding the y-intercept. You can also determine more coordinates by not just moving left or right, but by using a table. So if you go to menu, table, split screen table, and you can see here are a number of points, and this here is the y-intercept since x equals 0. Okay, so y is 1, but you can see all the other points as well. A quicker way to get rid of this table or to put it on is just to hit Control T. Okay, and now we will look at determining the x-intercept. So that's where this line goes through the x-axis. Okay, so we go to menu, and menu is perhaps the most popular key that you need to know when you're here. Then go to analyze graph, okay, and it's 0. So this means zeros are the function, which correspond to the x-intercepts. Okay, and lower bound, it just means go anywhere to the left there. But even if you make a mistake, go to the right, it will work. But anyways, let's go to the left. Upper bound, just drag it over, and it's just trying to find the x-intercept in this region. There's no x-intercept in this region, but there is here, so you can just click, and we have that. Okay, so there's the x-intercept. Now, we can change the line attributes of this. We can change its thickness, its color, and some other things. Typically speaking, you may not need to do this often, but it's good to know in case you are interested. Okay, so let's go to menu, and sometimes you have to play around here, like it is right here. But if you're, sometimes take the time to look at the other options in case you can't find it easily. I don't have everything memorized myself. So let's go to attributes. Okay, we can click on this line, and you can see right here, just click right or left to go from one to the other. Okay, so there's thick and it's thin and so on. Okay, and this is a dotted line and so on. Okay, you can play with the labeling, and yeah, that's that part. Okay, another thing you can do is, you come to menu here, and I encourage you to just look to see what the options are here. So actions, there's set conditions. Okay, this is one way of changing the color, so you can click on that. Line color, for example, you can put 2, or maybe that wasn't a good example, 3. Okay, so 4, and so on. Okay, and there are other ways of changing the color, but I'll just leave it like that for now, since it's not the most important thing. Okay, the last thing for now, for the basics, is that I just want to show you that we define this variable. Okay, so if you press tab, okay, and you go up, you can see this was already defined. So the variable f1 has been defined as 2x plus 1. And it's important to note that that is automatically saved if you go back to this. So this is, say, control doc, which plus page. We're in the calculator screen. Okay, so now we have 2 of them. That's already defined, this variable. So how can we find it? Go to var, var, and there it is. Okay, so if we let x equal 0, this should be the y-intercept. Just hit enter, and you can see it corresponds to 1, which was the y-intercept. Okay, and you can do that for another one. Let's do one more. Let's let x equal 2. That means y equals 5. So what does that mean visually? Let's go to the graph here. If we go to menu and we go to trace, and graph trace, we can just type in 2. So we're letting x equal 2, hit enter, 2, 5. So the coordinates are 2, 5, as you can see there, and that matches what we have over here. When you let x equal 2, y is equal to 5. Okay, so we have just one last thing before we move on to the next part, task 2. Just a quick reminder to go between these. Yes, you can just click them with the move around on the trackpad. You can also do control left or control right. And if you want to see all the screen, just control plus, and there we are. Now this was extra, we didn't need it, so let's delete it. And there we are, okay? 1.1 and 1.2. And that's it for the basics part 1.